Hello there, Clapperheads, and welcome to a brand new edition of ClapperTalks. I'm Nick Dorian, and on today's episode, we have an extremely special guest. Some may call him the biggest stand-up comedian in Malaysia. It's none other than Papi Zak.
What's going on? What's
Thanks
up,
for coming on. Thanks for coming on here.
Of course, I appreciate you having me.
Have you had something to eat today?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I took a late flight from Cambodia and had a late night and woke up to do this.
I mean, this is going to be a very good interview because the tiredness may get out some good answers from you.
Oh, of course.
Now, the first question I do have to ask is, tell us in one sentence, who is Papi Zak?
Ooh. Okay, Papi Zak is a stand-up comedian, TV host, and underwear model.
Ooh, that part of you I didn't know about.
Oh, yes. Have you heard of Comfort Republics?
No.
Yeah, they shut down, but...
Well, okay, so I've dug a little bit into your past and whatnot. I've followed your stand-up career for like years.
Oh my goodness.
I do have to ask, like, you've been described as being the fat kid in school. Did that humor become your defense mechanism? And was there a point when you were a kid that you were like, maybe I could make a career out of this?
The mocking, the constant bullying just made me develop a thick skin. Like it didn't occur to me to like translate it to humor until later on.
Okay.
But I was always the kid that was trying to get a laugh out of you. I never took anything seriously. I try to fit in by being the class clown.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like after I watched Raw by Eddie Murphy.
Yes, of course.
Did I say, well, let's try this out.
How old were you at that point?
I was 23.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm just
No.
Did you watch that as a kid?
Yeah. I was, it was only after I went to college in the US did I experience this whole art form of stand-up. Like, I didn't know it existed before.
Okay.
And I was a big Eddie Murphy fan from Beverly Hills, Another 48 Hours.
Yeah.
So, and then I saw, Eddie Murphy Raw. Okay, let's see what it's all about. And it's just him. And I thought it was like, okay, behind the scenes shot, whatever. And then he started making jokes. And the jokes that I didn't hear him do or like act out in his movies. And they were like in like, lack of a better word, it was raw.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just so captivated. And I just realized he held everyone's attention for 90 minutes. I was like, what is this art form? And and then after that, I just did more of my research. It's like, what else has he done? Like the similar work that was delirious. Yeah. And then I found out that Robin Williams did stand-up too as well. I was like, wow, this is a whole new world, and it was just mind-blowing. And the fact that, they could, it is hard just to keep people's attention for like 10 seconds these days, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now to do a whole hour set, it's crazy. And people are still engaged, and people come out of the theater just like say, hey, Eddie.
Is it okay? Actually, that brings up a good question, especially in this day and age with social media and people's attention span being much shorter than they are.
Yeah.
Is it harder to retain that attention during a gig than it was maybe 10 years ago?
I have to say yes. You really had to grab the audience attention within like the first 2 minutes. Yeah. And that's why in like you go to open mics, they give you like 3 minutes if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
And people like, 3 minutes, that's not enough. I got this whole bit. Yeah. And then they bomb. But it's you just have to like from the get-go. Like once I hit my first laugh or pop, then I'm good. But before that, I'm just like on edge. Like, am I gonna work out? Like, especially I just came back from doing the Melbourne Comedy Festival with Kevin J and Rizal Van Gezel. My first time doing an international stage.
Really? I thought you've done before. This is your first time?
Yeah, the Melbourne.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, wow, I was always constantly on edge, and the crazy thing was, we arrived that morning, and that night itself, we already had 2 shows lined up.
Oof.
And it was just jumping into the water like head first. I know my material here works because it's very localized. So I had to internationalize my material, and I don't know if it was going to work or not.
Yeah.
And it was so great to get like my first laugh after 2 minutes. Wow. It's such a relief. And now that I'm like, it made me feel more confident that I can do what I do on an international stage, on a bigger stage in other parts of the world. Okay.
That actually is a very interesting segue into my next question, which is the fact that you have basically lived in so many countries growing up. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. You lived in the US, you lived in Egypt, Germany. Did you live in Japan as well?
I lived in Japan. Right.
How has that, before settling back into Malaysia in 2003, how did that sort of shape your comedic voice? Did it? Or when you came back to Malaysia, you just made your comedic voice Malaysian instead?
No, it's okay. So I got picked on a lot when I came back to Malaysia because I look Malaysian, but I couldn't speak Malay properly. And they, the locals will like tear you down and say, wait, speaking. Well, and it was, that was what shaped my comedy. It's like, I look like you, but I'm not like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the more I explain it, the more they kind of like, oh, okay. So there's this thing called the third culture kid, and as long as I've been doing the comedy, I've been very grateful that they have accepted me for who I am.
Yeah.
And my Malay has gotten a little better.
A little better. That's good. After 2 decades, it should get a little bit better. I do have to ask as well, like you were talking about going out on stage that first 2 minutes. What is that process of writing a joke to make sure it captivates the audience in that first 2 minutes?
Well, I didn't have any professional training, but for me, it's always been my power of observation. I don't know why, but I love to people watch.
Okay.
I love even when I was in college, I just like sit in the middle of the quad and just watch all these white people do like strange things. Play frisbee.
Hey, I hate to admit I played a bit of frisbee too, but
and they take it so it's like, hey, dude, get out of the way. I'm frisbeeing here.
Calm down.
But yeah, I always try to pick up on little things, people's body language, and that has been my modus operandi when it comes to like formulating a joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, why is Malaysia's public restroom always wet? And
yeah.
I mean, okay.
No, it is true. It's true.
The stalls are always wet.
Yeah.
Okay. For no apparent reason. Like, even you look at the ceiling, and then it happened to me once when I was using the stall next to this person who was showering. Yeah, using the bidet to shower.
Okay.
And then I realized, okay, this is why. Okay, I understand. And then I understand as well, sometimes they take a wudu, right?
Yes.
So, and then, I'm not making fun of it, but I just explain it from my side. It's like, I'm trying to make you see it through my eyes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Coming from a culture where they like to, wipe their ass with toilet paper.
Yeah.
Which in my mind was like, oh man, this is the way. Malaysia is so backwards. And then I found my first bidet experience. I'm like, what the hell? White people. Yeah.
Now, okay, most stand-up comedians, they do have what they call their little black book of jokes. Do you have one as well? No?
I wouldn't say I have a black book of jokes. I have more like chicken scratches of papers everywhere.
Okay.
And now because of technology, I've transferred it all to my iPad. But it's not like I have a whole set up and then a punchline stuff. It's more like okay, well, why is this funny? Yeah.
Okay. Now, moving on from stand-up, you started dabbling into theater, TV, and of course, radio. How did that transition happen? At what point during your stand-up career was like, I want to try hosting or emceeing?
Okay, so a friend pointed out to me when I was starting out doing my stand-up, my delivery wasn't as smooth.
Okay.
There was a lot of filler words, little things that broke the flow with between the connection between me and my audience. And once you break that, you had that break. There's that disconnect, and then the audience has to reset themselves and then try to connect with you again. And then my friend suggested, why don't you try joining me in radio? And back then, radio, was live. Everything was live. Yeah. There was no recording whatsoever, right? So what you're hearing right now, I know I'm just gonna.
Sorry to break the fourth wall for you, everyone.
It's recorded and then put to live. But back in my day, it was live.
Didn't you have like at least a 5-second delay if anything happens?
Yeah. So there's that what they call the panic button.
Yeah.
Just in case beep comes out. Yeah. So within that, when you do a talk set in radio, you have like a window of 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
So I have to get what I want my message out right within that 30-second, 1 minute range.
Okay.
And through radio, it helped me be more confident in my delivery. Like if there was something off or, because people who listen to radio, especially that time was Light FM, they're very particular.
Yeah.
Is your grammar correct? Is your pronunciation on point? They will call it and say, hey, you mispronounced fire extinguisher. I'm like, okay, bro. Oh, no. The big one was iodine. I say iodine.
But how did they want you to pronounce it?
Iodine. Because English and American.
Yeah. Two different things.
I was always criticized for that. But but radio helped me be a lot more confident and smoother in my delivery.
So you would say that radio kind of helped your stand-up career as well?
Yes. Because everything was live, and I had to get it right.
Yeah.
If I stuttered,
has there been any moment that it got very close to, pardon my French, but like f***ing up?
Yeah.
And what was the almost moment that you've had on radio?
The funny thing is, it didn't have anything to do with my delivery or anything like that. I did morning breakfast show. So I am a night owl.
Of course. Yes, as we all are as creators.
I was notoriously known for sleeping live on air. Like, we would have a guest, and they would talk about iodine and the benefits of it. Okay. And
I don't remember listening to Light FM, listening about iodine. When did this happen?
You'd be surprised what kind of topics we cover.
Yeah.
But yes, I was like this. And my partner at that time was Sarah. Sarah would be like, Zak! Trying to be cool, calm in front of our guests.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I'm like, so, iodine, very interesting. And then I repeat the question that I previously asked. It's like, okay. This is Light FM. We're going to a break. Be back soon with our iodine guest. And then we go off air, and then we're like, what the hell, bro?
Oh, now I want to ask you another question about radio because you and Papi Zak have a very strong friendship, strong partnership. You both have the Papi and Grumpy show. How did that relationship start?
me and Kevin J.
Kevin J. Sorry. What did I say?
You, me, and Papi Zak.
Well, I mean, how did you?
Yes, there's Zach and then there's Papi Zak.
Yeah, you and Kevin J. Yes. Forgive me. I am a bit sleepy too.
So Kevin J and we started doing stand up at the same time. Well, actually, he started 2 weeks earlier than I did. He did a open mic show, and then I met Andrew Neto, Kevin J, Kwa Jen Han at this open mic held by these guys called the Comeback Kings.
Yes,
and this was back in the day of Actor Studio when it was in Bangsar Shopping Center.
Yes,
and that's where we did our open mics. Harith Iskandar was in the crowd. As my guest.
Just had to point that out there.
No, because Harith actually went to Neto and said, "Hey, Neto, you're very good, man." He's like, "It was good." It's like, "Oh yeah, Harith, how's my stuff?" It was good. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, okay." Neto gets all the praise, but as I was walking away, Kevin came behind me and said, "Hey, Zach, Papi Zak, you're funny." Like,
is that your impression of Kevin?
This is before he lost all that weight. You want to join me and my cousin in this comedy group that we have? I'm like, sure.
Did you take pity on him or?
No. It was generally nice to see somebody wanting me to be a part of a group.
Okay.
And we did like some really random bars, shady bars,
Beach Club.
No, actually, we did Beach Club, but later on in our career.
Okay.
That was something. But yeah, this is like I don't know if you remember Bojangles here.
Yeah. Yes.
That was our
that was your
training
hangout.
ground.
Okay.
Yeah, where just the local, the people who drank there often would heckle us.
Public.
Would heckle us and just help us be we had that like harsh way of dealing with hecklers. Yeah.
How do you deal with a heckler?
It's up to you. But if the heckler is ruining the flow of the show, then we would like it's like the politeness level goes down. But I would address the heckler first.
Okay.
And then if the person doesn't still shut up, and then I would like try to get the audience to to rally with me and then say like, "Hey, you want this guy to shut up?" Or say, "Shut the fuck up." Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. And then they say, "Shut up." Yeah. And then they'll
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we take a little bit of a break, I do have to ask you, how hard is it to control your stand-up impulses on radio? And considering how family-friendly you need to keep it.
It's again, radio at Light FM taught me to be very mindful. Trained me to be very conscious of what I'm saying when I'm saying it. Yeah. It's very hard to resist, but in a way, it helps my stand up because you have to find a more friendlier way to trying to say how you're trying to say that.
Okay. I didn't think about that. Yeah. That's a good question.
And a common mistake as well when these open micers come to say, I want to say send funding flu, but then they start using all the F words and it didn't because they're seeing what Eddie Murphy does. And then they say, I can pull that off.
Just replicating rather than finding a unique voice.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And they bomb, and you say it's not just about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So right after the break, we're going to talk more to Papi Zak and also about JoMama. So right now you are one of the 4 founders as well as the creative director of JoMama Productions.
Oh, yes.
How did that come about? What started that idea of wanting to start a company?
It goes back. Okay. So the 4 of us we were brought up in the same environment. Like our dads are friends.
Okay.
Colleagues.
Okay.
We were all third culture kid. we all like spoke English better than we did Malay. So I don't know, there was a natural gravitation there. But we also had a love for making short movies, films. Mo especially came out like he had some like high school projects where he shot some really funny stuff. He called it Bad Boys with a Z.
Of course, because he's trying to be edgy.
And it's about these boys from Bangsar. Trying to keep people. But it was it was a fun shoot, and we said like, oh man, we have so much ideas. We were bouncing things off each other, like, oh, what if we did this movie, or like, what if we did that movie? And then I said, what? At that time, like I was also working as a production assistant for Hans Isaac's company, Tall Order.
Oh, yes.
After working with him and seeing him do direct his first movie, Chuchi, with like the Godfathers of comedy.
Yeah.
I said like I want this. I want to do this, and there's no better people that I can think of to work with than these guys who share the same passion as I did.
Yeah.
And then I was like messing around, doodling something, and I say, hey, check out this grandma. She's really funny. I say, yeah. What if we name our production house JoMama? It's like, well, why JoMama? Because every time they say, oh, this commercial is great. Who did it? JoMama did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in 2008, we created our company. We set up our first office at Kota Damansara.
Okay. What was the biggest achievement so far with JoMama? Like the biggest project that you've done that you're so proud of?
Oh, so many. Actually, yeah, there's so many ones that we did a Bloom Rainforest shoot.
Okay.
That was truly magical. We were in the forest, first of all. In the jungle, experiencing everything. It was tiring, the climbing, but the final product was just so beautiful. We work with the local state government, so they helped us make it look good. I mean, we had projects with BMW, and I don't know if I can say this. Well, no, let's say it so we manifest it, right?
Is this going to be an exclusive?
So JoMama is working on their first rom-com right now.
Woo!
Yes.
Woo! I'm excited.
And, hopefully with the approval of the grant from Finas, we will get to produce it.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Could you tell us a little bit more about, is there a story?
Okay, so it actually started with us tired of it. So we, like, me and Mo and Fairel and Effie, we all grew up in the era of the Cinta movies that Malaysia made. So it's kind of like a homage to those, cinta hati, cinta photocopy, cinta kura-kura. So we wrote this. Mo and I wrote this story about cinta to die for.
Okay.
And it's a little bit like Love Actually, where you have 3 separate scenarios, but then somehow they all collide together at the end. We tackled the issue of the celebrity, like Hollywood love, kind of like the artist.
Okay.
Right. And then we had the problem of like, would you choose your career or love, kind of thing, and then arranged marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we see the struggles that each scenario goes through, and then we said the reason we call it Cinta to Die For is because initially, there was this, we created this story about a cliff where if you jump off from the cliff into the water and survive, that means you're worthy of love. Yeah.
Wow, this is sounding deep.
Yeah. So, but if you jump and then you die, that means, you were unworthy. Yeah, and a lot of people who thought, like, who took love for granted or think that, oh yeah, I'm in love with this person, and they jump and then they die.
I'm very excited to see this.
And it actually also, I found out the story from this, the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
There were so many suicides.
Oh, yes.
And most of the reason of these people jumping out the Brooklyn Bridge is because of love.
Yeah.
So that's how we created that myth about that cliff of love.
Would you happen to include Penang Bridge on that list too?
That's what, people be sensitive these days and be like, we don't want to put you in Penang like that.
That is true. Yeah, that
we
is
like
true.
our food.
Actually, that's a good segue. Speaking of food, you have hosted a show called The Halal Foodie.
Ah, yes.
And it's very clear you love your food.
Okay.
Now, if you could describe Papi Zak as a dish, what would that be?
Oh, all right. First of all, it is a big dish. Like, I'm talking a monstrous dish of just a cornucopia of, spicy, a little bit of sweet, and definitely a lot of meat. A lot of meat. Yeah.
What was the one dish in Halal Foodie that just blew your mind, that you still think about it?
Actually, it's in Cambodia. We went to maybe 2 hours away from where Phnom Penh, the city, was.
Yeah.
This little village. They call it the Muslim village because everybody in that community was Muslim.
Okay.
And they made this fried fish. It's not tiga rasa or anything like that, but it's something similar to what I can say is tiga, because they made it in front of me.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't share the
secret,
the recipe.
Yeah.
But it was just melt in your mouth fish and the right amount of spicy that I like. And they also have their special, I think they call it ashok.
Okay.
It's salt, pepper, lime, and vinegar. It's like their own little chili potong lah.
Yeah.
But you just dip it and you dip the fish in that. It's heaven. And, and I kid you not, I finished that whole fish by myself.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
like as they were recording. And then the camera guys, who also recorded like what was it, Best in the World, is it? No, Jalan Cari Makan.
Oh, yes.
So it came out of Papi, when we shoot Jalan Cari Makan, Abang Nas at least leaves us some to eat. You don't leave us anything. I was like, okay, you go shoot Jalan Cari Makan now. Get compared to Abang Nas.
Now, to slowly wrap this up, you've spanned so many roles in your career. I mean, like we've talked about before, stand-up, DJing, TV host, theater, production house. If you could keep one medium, like full-time, which one would it be and why?
It would definitely have to be stand-up. I just love to make people laugh. It just goes to the root of who I am as a person. That kid that just wants to do silly things so that you would have a smile on your face.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. And last but not least, looking ahead at JoMama Productions and your own personal comedy path, what's one, apart from the film, what's one bold dream, big project that you'd love to try and get off the ground? Be it stand-up, be it with JoMama, be it on radio.
Yeah, I mean, I think the dream is is Oscars where it's at now?
No.
Yeah, it's just a best produced film, like best picture of the year.
Inshallah. I hope that for you in the future. Now, is there any future gigs that you'd like to, as a stand-up comedian, promote?
Okay, so next week, I'll still be traveling more. But end of the year in November, I'll start doing my nationwide tour, my 1 hour show.
Okay.
It's basically the same hour show that I did in Melbourne, and I'm just bringing it back here with a few little tweaks because there were a few like local jokes that didn't work in Melbourne.
But we'll work here.
Yeah, we'll work here. And so I can't wait to put that out and, help to share the stage with my fans in this, especially because it's been a while since I've done an hour. People keep asking me, when
are you going to do an hour set? When?
Yeah. No. I think the most annoying one is like, hey, I just saw Dr. Jason Young's on Netflix. Hey, where's your Netflix, bro? Where's your Netflix? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when? Calvin J already have one. Where's yours?
Yes, and I have a production team behind me too.
Mo?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get Mo on. I'll ask him the exact same question. Thank you so much again, Zak, for coming on to the show and sharing a little bit of wisdom, a little bit about your history. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Okay, so I'm heavily into Instagram at Papi Zak, PAPIZAK. Yeah. Thank you, Big Bones.
And where can they find you on radio?
On radio, I do every Thursday at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. With my good friend Joanne Kam. It's called Big Reels Conversation, where we also review movies that people are watching, not only in the cinemas, but a streaming service or even on short films and stuff like that. We love to focus more on local talent because it's fun to have a guest. From the film to talk about the film.
Exactly.
Yeah,
find out the bigger picture of it.
It's like, if I'm trying to get Pedro Pascal to talk about Fantastic Four, like, hey, okay, good luck.
Hey, a dream is a dream. It can happen. And you've spoken about all of that, but which radio station is it?
Oh, yes, that's on AFO Radio.
There you go.
Yes.
Thank you so much again, Zak, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
As always, you can check us all out on social media at ClapperCorn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere you can find us. So make sure you go and check out at ClapperCorn. Once again, he is Papi Zak. I'm Nick Dorian. Thank you so much again for watching. And as always, keep watching the movies.
Foray.